Welcome to a brand new episode of IPL Retention Strategy, where we discuss all the weakness of your favorite teams and also whom should they target in that IPL auction.
You just said weakness of your favorite teams. We discuss a lot
A
more.
lot of things, but
Their
then we
strengths
start with the
also.
weakness. Na?
Yes, definitely.
There
the
aren't any
weakness.
strengths for any team as of now, because they'll have to make a squad.
No, but they've retained certain players. Won't you call them that? That is their strength, right?
To some extent, yes,
Yes.
you're right to some extent. But then the team that we are discussing today, it's the Lucknow Super Giants. Two times there's the team who has made it to the playoffs, but
Out of the
last
three
season-
seasons. Out
yeah,
of the three seasons.
out of the
that
three
they've been
seasons,
part
but
of
then
it.
the last season was not something that the fans and the management would have expected it to be like. We'll discuss that and more, but then let me first tell you that they have 5 retentions and they have one right to match card left, and that will be the thing to discuss. And also the fact that they have 63 crores left in their kitty. Siddhant, first of all, we'll come to the right to match card and the players on target in a while. But then looking at the Lucknow Super Giants, what do you think actually went wrong for them last season?
Lots. See, the thing is, we have talked about KL Rahul quite a bit, and a lot of people will focus on that aspect once again. There's a reason a lot of people said that maybe KL Rahul at the top of the order wasn't really working for the Lucknow Super Giants, considering the kind of starts they got.
True.
You know, we looked at these stats and we saw how they were poor in the power play. You know, if it comes to their numbers, they had the second poorest run rate in the power play, if I'm not wrong,
Second lowest
Yeah, second
strike rate
poorest.
in the power play as a team.
as a team.
So that's just
No, so-
8.27.
And with KL Rahul scoring about 500 odd runs, I think a lot of that can be attributed
So
to his
imagine this.
batting to an
Imagine this.
extent.
KL Rahul was the top run scorer for LSG last season. He scored 520 runs, but as an opener, his strike rate was just above 136.
Also, not to forget, usually Quinton de Kock, is the guy who's the aggressor and gets you those quick runs. Last season, even he did not have that great many outings.
Yeah.
I think it was somewhat
And
250
also
runs.
that West Indian opener that they have.
250,
That
Kyle
they have.
Mayers.
Kyle Mayers, right.
So, have to say, right now, they have to look at some great opening options
Opening
for sure.
for sure, power play, they'll have to improve on that. So that was definitely one of their weakness.
Immensely. I think so. If you're scoring just about 40-45 runs in the power play, when there were so many 200 plus totals last year, love, I think definitely Lucknow need to get
Need to
some
have a good
explosive batters.
Absolutely spot on. पावर प्ले में तो रन करोगे ना भाई, बाद में जो होता है ठीक है. फिनिशिंग और पावर प्ले मतलब एक नींव अच्छी रख दो और एक आप उसमें एंड में पेंट अच्छा कर दो.
What do you make of Nicholas Pooran's retention, by the way?
I mean, I'm happy because
Their best player last season in
definitely their best
terms of
player.
impact.
When they actually brought him on board now, many people were speculative and they were of the view that Nicholas Pooran hadn't had a very good IPL season before that. He had made that record for Ducks as well, but then still the LSG management believed in him and he was actually their star player.
No, he was also the kind of innings he played. So many times we saw him finish the innings on a high. And because of those knocks, they at least got to some respectable, some big totals. Otherwise, we just told you that power play stat, considering that, and then without the Nicholas Pooran's finishes, they would have struggled immensely.
Big time, big time.
But also, let's not forget, Pooran has done well for T20 franchises other than Lucknow Super Giants also. In the finals, I think so, Major League.
Yes.
Okay, Major League, the 2023 final, then the 2024 IL T20 final. Both those matches, he was the player of the match. That kind of player, big match player.
So, is it fair to say that they're all set to appoint him as captain?
I think so, because let's face it, he was the captain with the MI Emirates also.
He's got the highest retention anyway, so I feel that
they should make him captain, even though his captaincy record for West Indies really hasn't been that great. I think what about 33% win percentage as the West Indian
franchise
skipper.
cricket, it's a complete.
But this is franchisee cricket, and you got to look at it that they are looking at him as, if you're the top retention, they are definitely looking at him as
he should
the
be your captain, because
also he captained last season also when Rahul wasn't available.
Absolutely,
one of those games.
and if for a percent, if he's not appointed as the captain and LSG decide to bring someone else on board and appoint him as captain, I think it will leave the dressing room also a bit shaky, because पूरन कहीं ना कहीं एक्सपेक्ट तो करेगा ना।
भाई पूरन को मतलब बेसिकली पूरा पैसा भी मिल रहा है और पूरी कैप्टेंसी भी मिलेगी मेरे हिसाब से।
बिल्कुल.
Anyway,
And talking about bringing people on board, there's another guy they brought on board last season, that was Devdutt Padikkal. भाई वो बंदे ने करा क्या था?
what 7 matches, 38 runs.
That's an average of just over 5.4.
Yeah, and playing half the matches in an IPL season, because that sort of play. If I'm not wrong, Rajasthan got him when they had signed him for 10, 9, 10, 11 crores.
He was good for Rajasthan, to be
something
honest.
like that. Good enough money, okay, for an Indian player, especially.
He was trading. We can say that one of their weakness was trading.
He was okay for Rajasthan. He was great for RCB. Wasn't that great for Rajasthan, and then he was like, I don't even want to say that one word. How he was for LSG.
और दे दिया आवेश खान.
Or Avesh Khan. Avesh Khan, if I'm not wrong, got about 16, 17 wickets at least.
Avesh Khan was very good.
So Avesh Khan,
nailing Yorkers at will.
In comparison to Devdutt Padikkal coming to LSG, I think Rajasthan must have been the happiest party, saying, "हमने Padikkal उधर दे दिया. We got a much better player who actually at least made an impact for them last season." So
also now, yes, since we have talked about the second fact that trading was their second weakness, Siddhant, would you say bowling as well to some extent? Because if you take a look at it, Naveen ul Haq actually got 14 wickets for them in 10 matches, and he was their highest wicket taker.
But not in the top 10, right?
Not in the top 10 for sure.
I think you are correct. The biggest aspect of their bowling last year was how Ravi Bishnoi did not perform.
Right.
They have retained him because they believe in his capability, and he's part of the Indian squad.
He was economical, to be honest.
He became he was the number one T20 bowler also for a little while. You have to look at it that Ravi Bishnoi is a great option, but he had that one-off season last year. But yes, they still believe in him. They have retained him, and I hope he comes good for them this season, because last year they missed out on, like, he did not take enough wickets. And let's face it, in T20 cricket, you won't put an end to scoring if you're not taking enough wickets.
You know what? I suddenly remember an incident, because when I was with the Lucknow Super Giants, so once what happened was I was having a chat with Ravi Bishnoi only, and this was on record, by the way. So I asked Ravi that आपको क्रूशल ओवर्स दे देते हैं राहुल, क्योंकि उस टाइम पे लगता है आपको बहुत ट्रस्ट करते हैं. तो राहुल पीछे से जा रहे थे. सो केएल राहुल सेड कि और कोई है नहीं ना. सो आई थिंक वुड यू से दैट रवि बिश्नोई इन दैट लाइनअप was like, जैसे हम कहते हैं कहावत है, अंधों में गाना राजा.
Yeah, you can't say that. I'll tell you why. See, Mayank Yadav, a phenomenon, but he only played 4 games. Injury issues again. Otherwise, Mohsin Khan, the kind of season he had previously,
absolutely,
you have to say Mohsin Khan is also a great bowler. The kind of his economy rate was phenomenal.
But last season his economy rate was over 10. Season.
That's what I'm saying. So he also did not come to the fore. So I'm not just saying
in the inaugural season now, Mohsin Khan was actually in the reckoning for an India spot.
We thought he deserved an Indian call-up.
That injury happened.
5 runs per over, 5, like an economy rate of less than 6 in one of those seasons. The kind of bowling we saw from him under pressure, it was terrific, and you thought he's going to get an India call-up. But then he also got injured, went to the NCA. A lot of things happened. Yeah. But another aspect, Ravi Bishnoi का support में spinner कौन था? Krunal Pandya. Krunal Pandya also had, you might argue, I know you're going to say that his economy rate was still relevant. It was still very good in consideration to the number of runs that were scored last year. But by wickets.
Yeah, see,
he did not take wickets, and I think that is the biggest problem.
He didn't take wickets. He took wickets. I think 9 or 10 wickets.
No, I don't think so.
But my point over here is, if you're talking about a batter, let's say, and we say, भाई इसकी average बहुत अच्छी है, for example, like KL Rahul, but strike rate बेकार है, so T20 में नहीं चलता.
Impact नहीं है.
But then here's Krunal Pandya, उसकी wicket इतनी नहीं होंगी शायद, but then going at 7.7 and over when 44 totals over 200 was scored in that IPL, last IPL. So I think Krunal Pandya did the job very well, and also the fact that he also gave you that batting down the order. He may not be as reliable as he was with the Mumbai Indians, but then he was there for sure, and couple of knocks I remember he played some good knocks in the beginning.
For Mumbai, he was a great batter. He was a great middle overs bowler. His partnership, I remember the 2 KPs I keep talking about, Krunal Pandya and Karen Pollard, they bailed Mumbai out so many times. And they would at times, send Krunal Pandya up the order also. Even LSG tried that for a bit, but did not work out for them as well as they would have wanted. You look at what has happened in the past season, nobody in the top 10 wicket takers. I think you have to count that as a big weakness for them last season. Wickets win, bowlers win you matches, and bowlers win you matches when they take wickets. Economy rate, yes, well and good, but if somebody goes at 7 and takes 5, 6 wickets, for example, Ravi Bishnoi taking only what 6, 7 wickets for the season.
So my point over here is, Siddhant. So I'll give you two situations.
Yeah.
There's a situation where a bowler has taken a 5 wicket haul, but the opponents have scored over 200 runs. But here's a bowler who has taken just 1 wicket, but that team has restricted the opponents to say 180.
No, but there are so many times that 200 was scored against them also. No, you remember Marcus
It's a
won them the
situation.
game against CSK, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah.
where they chased down a 200 plus total only. So
LSG does that to CSK every
So,
season.
I have to say that for me, the bowling was a major weakness last season, and hopefully,
And also Mayank Yadav got injured.
they have good bowlers. It's just that their form last season wasn't great. Ravi Bishnoi is a good bowler. Mohsin Khan is a great bowler. It's not like we have not seen how good they have been in the past. It's just that last 1 year.
And I suddenly would remember
That
the
one
name
season
of
that did not happen for
young
them.
fast bowler who took a 5 wicket haul.
Yash Thakur.
Yash Thakur, who took a 5-for.
So that's why
As a unit, I feel that they were okay, but then
They
if
were
you
okay,
rate
but-
them individually, yes, I would agree with
But
you.
okay is not good enough these days, right?
True that. Just making
on
it
that
to the
count,
playoffs is not
and I
good
think
enough.
because they've retained 3 bowlers among their retentions, I think
So yeah,
that's
actually, Ravi Bishnoi, Mohsin Khan,
And
and Mayank
Mayank
Yadav,
Yadav.
all three we talked about
And they'd
in
be-
their weakness as well.
they'd be hoping and praying that Mayank Yadav stays fit. That guy is very injury prone, and you see, he's a very impactful bowler. But if you're only going to play 3, 4 matches in an
Not gonna
IPL
happen.
season, it will not work out.
11 crore diye.
And they have given him good enough money this
11
time
crore
around.
diye.
They've taken care of him for all these years. So credit to the LSG management also for backing a bowler like that. But I hope they reap the rewards also from Mohsin Khan, Mayank Yadav like that.
We'll have to wait and watch.
We'll have to
I
wait
mean,
and watch
this is the
injury.
this will be the make or break
You
season.
see
for
what
him.
happened with him? He played India again, then got injured again.
Yeah.
And I just hope at least this IPL we see.
He's very injury prone. True
Yeah,
that.
so
This is going to
a
be the
lot of
make or break
Mayank-
season for
Mayank,
Mayank Yadav as far as I look at the situation, because if he gets injured again, अगले साल से शायद pick भी नहीं करेंगे लोग. Let's be
Yeah.
brutally honest here.
Badoni is, I think, a decent pick, uncapped player.
Yeah,
He has done
but
well
Dhoni is
for
also in
them.
very good form as of now. You remember that Delhi Premier
he
League
has
match where he
finished-
scored, he himself scored 200 or what?
I don't remember the exact number, but he's been doing really well. I'm saying for LSG also,
I think
that
he
guy
scored
has
a
done
double
well.
100 in T20 cricket for Delhi Premier League.
For LSG also, this guy has done so well. I'm saying you have to look at it like that. A lot of people will like, कौन है भाई? आयुष बटोनी कौन है? छोटा सा आदमी कितने रन मार रहा है? Scoring 50s, hitting those big shots, playing fearless cricket. So I think Ayush Badoni, these very good pick that way. 4
Yeah.
crores you paid for
Yeah,
him.
even I'm
So
okay with that.
okay with that. Now you
Now-
look at the targets.
Now before the targets, yes, we'll talk about those, but एक right to match card है.
एक right to match का.
उसमें अगर मैं options दूं,
हाँ.
there's Krunal Pandya, there's Marcus Stoinis, and who else would it be? Naveen ul Haq?
See, Naveen ul Haq, I don't think so, because I think RTM क्यों करोगे for somebody who might not fetch that big a price also at the auction. Marcus Stoinis, yes, maybe. Marcus Stoinis was good for them. Did decently with the ball, even though his economy rate was on the higher side, but with the bat, Hulk. Literally, we saw the Hulk, the way he scored that 100, phenomenal batting. And I thought,
Good guy to have in the middle.
मतलब basically for them, Nicholas Pooran, Marcus Stoinis ने ही बैटिंग करी है पिछले साल बहुत. KL Rahul ने भी करी है, but impactful batting की बात कर रहा हूँ. And that way I thought Nicholas Pooran and Marcus Stoinis were the 2 big guys for them. Maybe that. What about somebody like a Quinton also, yeah? What if
Yeah, I
they get
seriously
Quinton
doubt.
back?
You know why? Because they have Nicholas Pooran. He'll definitely gonna keep. And to have to have Quinton de Kock once again in that squad, I think they're not gonna go down that road once again since a poor season they had last time.
No, but before that, he was good. His partnership with KL Rahul, both of them actually had a very good
Yeah,
run
but if
before
you're
that.
actually having a revamp, why not go all out?
Okay, that is one way to look at it. Krunal Pandya also,
Since
I'm
we're
not too
talking
sure.
about openers, I'll throw in another name, Johnny Bairstow.
Johnny
Keeper as
Bairstow.
well.
Yeah, but that he's also a keeper.
But backup?
Backup keeper, yes, but actually Bairstow can also play as a standalone batter also.
Yeah.
You know, we saw that with Punjab Kings also. Jitesh Sharma was keeping wickets. Bairstow was just
Since we are
playing as
talking about
standalone
keeper
batter.
openers,
Pure
Remanullah
batter.
Gurbaz.
अरे भाई सब कीपर बैटर तो क्विंटन डिकॉक भी तो आ सकता है फिर.
अरे यार, I'm saying they're not gonna go down the
So
same
they are gonna
lane.
get somebody different, but I think in among these options, I find Quinton de Kock far more consistent.
Okay.
If you look at it consistency wise and experience in the IPL also, even though I don't mind Johnny Bairstow if he's playing at a decent level. The problem with Johnny Bairstow is we saw some great knocks from him when he had that partnership with David Warner at SRH.
Yeah.
Okay, but for Punjab Kings, really did not
Scored 100 against
no, that
KKR.
one game, Prabh Simran and this guy
Yeah.
played really well. But apart from that,
On the
on and
whole
off,
of
on
it,
and off,
yes,
on
he
and off.
wasn't that great. It didn't
Gurbaz
matter.
also, like, I think he's also one of those players who can be impactful, but consistency is again a problem at times.
Okay, and now just talking about the middle order, yes, they have that Indian flavor, but I feel they need those international stars. Two guys, there's Rachin Ravindra, and also there's Devin Conway. I think
मतलब CSK वाले दोनों
CSK एक RTM कर सकता है, but then इनमें से एक LSG ले सकता है.
LSG can take on, but both of them will open. I think not middle order. These two will also be opening
Rachin
options.
Ravindra can play one down.
He can play, but one down. I think Nicholas Pooran will only bat.
But
He's
if
doing that for West Indies
CSK इन
also.
दोनों में से likely इसे कर सकता है.
I think we will discuss that in the CSK video. We won't discuss it right now.
Okay. Next video?
Next we'll do
Next
CSK.
video CSK. Done.
CSK done. Okay, but you look at it. I think one of them definitely they can have an opener तो चाहिए यार. Opener तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. Middle order, I think they'll figure out players, but opener चाहिए. Maybe if they do RTM for Marcus Stoinis, so you have number 3 sorted. Last year, Marcus Stoinis came up the order at number 4.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
I mean, I don't mind him batting at number 4, but Rahul Tripathi as an opener.
Rahul Tripathi. Man, Rahul Tripathi.
While opening, by the way, he scored that 93, which is his highest IPL score.
No, he, like, by the way, for KKR.
That was also for
KKR, he was really good.
He was very good for KKR, got a couple of 80s as well.
SRH decent at times, but then a problem in the last season.
That 93, that was also when he was playing for that RPSD franchise only, if I'm not wrong.
Rising Pune Super Giant.
Rising Pune Super Giant. So RPSD
also,
can actually get him back.
Oh, the old connection, like, what, 2017 that must be?
I don't remember.
Yeah, 2017. So I'm saying 2017, say 2024. 7 years later, suddenly, nice. Rahul Tripathi, by the way, underrated choice.
I like that guy.
Had a poor season. Had a poor season. Not up to the expectations you had from him previously.
I mean, he tries to get runs at quick pace.
No, he's gone. He was selected for the Indian side because of the kind of form he had shown in the past. So Tripathi can be a good choice. Do let us know in the comments what you make of this, because Tripathi we hadn't discussed before this episode at all as a choice. So maybe he's one of those underrated players, suddenly who will prop up at the auction and fetch 4-5 crores. 6 crores.
There are teams who actually need players who don't sell at that level, right? Because
like under the radar, that's what I'm saying, won't be very, like,
and at the same time they might be impactful.
High value but low on hype.
Low on hype, high value, right?
So
since we're talking about
high value in terms of the player quality, not in terms of the price, guys. Difference. Yeah.
Since we are not talking about the players that we haven't discussed in the past, LSG की बात करें, and we're not talking about Keshav Maharaj.
Hi Sahab. I now want to tell you guys, if you remember Keshav Maharaj, he's the captain of the Durban Super Giant, by the way, the other sister franchisee in the SA20. Keshav Maharaj came last year, okay? They LSG guys put out videos of him arriving, holding Super Giant plaque, whatnot. And most of us thought that, okay, they must have signed Keshav Maharaj. And because he's captain of the sister franchisee, it makes sense. Having a backup player in the side who could play 1 or 2 games and all. Suddenly a week or 2 later, I got this press release, and Love and I still remember. Like, Keshav Maharaj signed by Rajasthan Royals.
And we were like, trade कर लिया क्या?
And
मैंने
we're
कहा
like,
इन्होंने क्या लिया?
मैंने कहा trade हो गया है, trade मतलब, and then we're like, no, he's been signed by them. So amidst all this, we realized that LSG never signed Keshav Maharaj. He
was just practicing with Lucknow Super Giants just like that.
And then went to Rajasthan Royals.
Wasn't even playing the IPL, wasn't even part of the setup. But then he flew down just to practice with the Lucknow Super Giants.
And then went to Rajasthan Royals.
And they put out that whole video of him welcoming
arriving and all.
With that placard and all. And I feel these guys love Keshav Maharaj, and he's definitely on their radar.
So Keshav Maharaj is also like that under the radar player who does well even for South Africa. Last game,
I like him as a bowler. I really like him as a bowler.
The 30-20 international, he took a couple of wickets.
And you know why I love him even more? You remember that ODI World Cup where he scored those crucial runs and defeated Pakistan?
I'm saying he can bat a little also, that's why. But not, you're one of those great batters. But yes, Keshav Maharaj can be a choice if you are looking at somebody in the spin department.
I actually predict this.
At least one of
LSG is getting it.
At least one of the squad players.
That's my big prediction. LSG is getting
LSG is getting Keshav Maharaj. Love has predicted it. I don't know because then he might sign up for some other franchise. Anyway, who else, Love?
I think that's about it. Yeah, we have thrown quite a few names in the mix. Let's leave it to the fans. Right?
Anyway, so let's leave it to you guys. Otherwise, मैं फिर वही वाली बात है. बहुत सारे players discuss कर लूँगा. And कोई फायदा नहीं होगा because हम खुद confused रहेंगे. इनमें से इसको भी ले सकते हैं, उसको भी ले सकते हैं, इसको भी ले सकते हैं.
एक और बोल दूँ.
Tell me.
Ayush Khan.
Ayush Khan.
Why not get him back?
Why not get him back? I agree. Ayush Khan, you know, उद्धार जो कहते हैं player का जो होता है ना, Ayush Khan for that matter got popular as a bowler at LSG. Made his name at LSG.
I feel that was actually DC when they played in that UAE leg during that COVID days.
यार DC तो मैं भूल ही गया यार.
Highest wicket taker.
Highest मतलब वो मैं भूल ही गया DC तो.
But then he did really well for LSG.
For LSG also he
without a doubt.
First season, I think one season he had an off season, and one season he was really good.
Inaugural season he was fantastic.
So the second season he was a little off color.
But then the last
injury
season
issue
was
also.
Too good.
Injury issue for Rajasthan. For Rajasthan he was really good. भाई DC तो मैं भूल गया. Correct. DC he was really good. Correct. हो जाता है यार. IPL में इतनी टीमें. It's like Aaron Finch की टीम guess करो. How many IPL teams
Aaron Finch भी तो एक player था.
So how many IPL teams he has played for? And then you were like, oh, he has played for this team, this team, this team, this team.
I think same for Parthiv Patel.
He has played for disbanded franchises also, like Gujarat Lions and all.
Well, by the way, here's a question for you guys. Do you know a player who has played for maximum IPL franchises? If you do, please do comment and tell us.
Trivia भी कर रहे हैं हमारी videos में. Wow. But anyway, guys, we have discussed everything almost about LSG in terms of what their weaknesses were last season, what their strengths are this season, and what we can expect going into the auction, where they need to find players. You let us know now. Again, you guys have been doing a fabulous job of making those 11s for us. Yeah. And we keep reading those comments. We will keep replying to you every now and then as well. So do let us know again कि कौन होना चाहिए आपकी LSG 11 में, and who should they sign. And if you want certain players to come back, do let us know. And yes, guys, most important, please do like this video. Please do share. Please do subscribe to Sports Up, because we will keep doing this for you.
Support karo, support.
Thank you for watching.